going with Tua. Look, Arizona has made very clear they want to make Tua as uncomfortable as possible. And the defense for the Dolphins can't be expected to give such a performance every week that they have so far. A lot more will be riding on Tua's shoulders. The Dolphins believe that he is ready for this challenge, Sam.
Yeah, pressure's still on for him out there today. Rex, you were pretty strong last week saying they made the right decision to start Tua when they did. After seeing him in one game, other than the win, of course, what was your takeaway?
You really couldn't take away anything from that game because he didn't do anything in that game. The only thing I did that was a little nervous, I'm like, oh, man, he looks small. But, look, the kid is so accurate. When I see these two quarterbacks, they're both tiny. But one guy's got unbelievable mobility and escapability. And Tua might have had that when he was younger. He doesn't have it now, obviously, with the injuries. But he is accurate, and I believe we'll see that moving forward. But Sam, I want to look at these defenses. And Teddy had a great tape on that Miami defense, showing how they blitz, they do all this. Well, you know what? Arizona does it too. Look at this. Here's a max pressure to close out the game against the Seahawks a couple of weeks ago. They bring the house right here. Only 4 guys out there in coverage. They force it. Why do you do it? It sets up all your simulated pressures. Look, they're all up there. There's 7 blockers. They're only going to send 4 rushers, and guess what? They get a free run at the quarterback. Here it comes right here. Great play design on defense, and it's going to rattle Russell Wilson. They get the sack. Play of the game. They got to stop him. They got to get the ball back. How are you going to do it? Same thing. I'm going to load them all up here. This time they only have 6 guys in protection. Here comes the blitz, Russell. Here it comes. Well, it's not a blitz, but Russell sure thinks it is. Yep. A simulated pressure. He's going to force it into Isaiah Simmons. Clemson could have used him yesterday, but he makes a great pick as a rookie, and that's what you're going to see from this defense, especially against a shorter quarterback. And so today, look for that today.
Those throws where Tua will be coming to the sideline saying, didn't know he was there. That's the type of stuff you do with young quarterbacks where you almost catch their eye, Sam, when you're at the line of scrimmage as a linebacker and you're there. You try to catch their attention and just get that eye to make them think and believe that you're coming, and then you're actually playing the slant inside. That type of leverage. I think that's what you want to do with Tua, but, man, this is how we give the evaluation on Tua, I think. Perfect start last week, okay? Defense, special teams, they did everything for him, and they needed to do everything for him. Arizona's going to give him a true test.
I think it's going to be a tough test. I feel like Tua must be like the most amazing person, an amazing leader, because we're just kind of giving him a pass. I hope he has a great career. I just think this is too soon to have him in there. He didn't even throw for 100 yards last week. Vance Joseph, like you showed it, very complicated defenses. You got to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to knowing who's coming, who's not coming, where's your hot, where's my side adjust, what's my audible. I just think for the Dolphins, this is a team that had hopes of being in the playoffs. They're right there. The Patriots are looking up at them in the standings. And to just make your offense this conservative right now, this is just such a conservative offense. You can't count on your defense and special teams scoring and playing the way that they did last week, every week. I think this is a tough matchup. I think Vance Joseph is excited to play this game.
They're going to have to score, the Miami Dolphins. They're going to have to score. But when I look, I'm kind of concerned for this Miami Dolphins offense led by Tua. And the reason why, because we've already seen what Kyler Murray and his air raid offense is able to accomplish when they're hitting on all cylinders. I don't want Tua to be looking on that field and see the plays that Kyler Murray is able to make with his arm and his legs and feel that he has to do the same. Matt, you just talked about his performance that he had last week. Only 1 touchdown. I think it was a short pass. What was he, 12 for 22? Not even 100 yards passing. This is the type of game that a young quarterback could be looking on the field and see the opposing team's quarterback out there making plays, and then he feels that he needs to do that. I think this is the week for us to see a full display of Tua, let him play his game, deliver that ball with the great accuracy that we know that he has, but do not get caught up in watching how dynamic a guy like Kyler Murray is on that field.
I just feel like it's human nature. How do you not look over? And this is the guy that he beat in college at the Orange Bowl. There's some, history there. And when you look at the way the Cardinals are playing, they're coming off of bye. They've had some extra time off to their best start since 2015. A lot to watch in this one. Can't wait to see it. Also can't wait to see Christian McCaffrey back at it after missing.
It's a big game in Buffalo. Tre'Davious White, as good as he's been for the Buffalo Bills, they're going to have to roll that coverage over there. DK Metcalf, but you can also be careful for Tyler Lockett also. But I do like the chemistry between Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf.
Yeah, it's cool. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say this. Like Randy talks about him getting the call. The last pick in the second round,
Right.
nobody sees a problem with that.
Yeah.
He busted a 4.33 at that size that we see. And you know why? Because his change of direction, the little drill that he did, change of direction. Maybe that outlaw that for receivers.
Please outlaw
Because it
it.
looked like he had some change of direction. And you mentioned change of speed. That's what plays in the NFL. But my goodness, I mean, I want to take Buffalo in this one, but that's scary when you watch this tape. That connection, I didn't realize they're him and Russell Wilson. Look, they're in Mexico. They're doing different things out there, working out. Nobody works with a helmet. Like most people on vacation, yeah, I'll run a couple routes. Dude's in a helmet over there. He's scary. No wonder he's having the success he's having.
Well, I think part of the excitement for, why he got so emotional with that call, we all know we get drafted. He didn't just go to some random team. He goes to a winning team in a great organization with what? A Hall of Fame type quarterback. And
yes.
for a wide receiver, you can get open every play, but if your quarterback can't get you the ball, then what do you got to show for
Right.
it? And so I just think what's so special about what they have going on is that relationship with Russell Wilson and DK. Sometimes you come in and you're real tight with the guys like your own year, right? And there's an age gap here between Russell Wilson and DK, but seemingly it's like they're like this, like they're on the same page. And Russell's also got that relationship with Lockett. I just really think there's something special with that chemistry. We talk about it all the time, but there's something really special. When you're really listening and buying in, and that's a two-way street. And so it takes all shapes and sizes at wide receiver. They complement each other really, really well. And I'll just say this: we do a great job with all these next-gen stats and all that. The max speed that these Seahawk wide receivers hit when they're deep balls is #1 in the NFL. So size, yes, but don't forget about the speed as well. DK's one of them. He can fly.
Well, the Buffalo Bills have to do something about this guy because I know we're talking him talking about him right now like he's Superman, and sometimes he is. The things that he does, his size and his speed, but is Tre'Davious White enough? But this is what you're talking about when that relationship develops. You have that type of physical specimen with that ability. Now, defensively, if you're Buffalo, you have to change what you do because what he does is so special. It's gonna. That's why I think this can be a big Tyler Lockett game.
Yes.
Because that much attention now, DK is starting to enter that equation to where, I don't know, name a corner. Can you put one corner on him and defend all those routes that you showed right there, Moss? There has to be rotated coverage over there, and Lockett's going to have a big day because
Let me say one other thing. One thing that I took from that piece that really stands out to me. Very, very rarely do you ever hear a quarterback and a wide receiver, the duo, talk about what they're going to accomplish. They're talking about the Marvin Harrison and the Peyton Manning record. They won it. That's why I keep talking each week about the chemistry in Seattle. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, no doubt that the expectations for those two are really high now. Expectations are high for Russell Wilson whenever he plays on the East Coast, but the only other time he's played in Buffalo is back